Hello, my friend. My name is Terry Petrovick. In this training, you're going to learn how to dominate your industry. You're going to learn how to position yourself as an influential leader and a person that just provides tons of value to your community. I call it the 7 simple step method to dominating your industry. This is going to end chasing your family and friends, which I think is a beautiful thing. And it's going to give you the ability to attract more leads, more sales, and more recruits and reps for your business. Well, who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, on the personal side, that's me on the far right, and my wife Amy just below me. We've been married, probably 36 years now. My daughter Christina and our grandson George Sebastian, like to call him Bash. He's my hero. He was actually born with a rare condition called arthrogryposis. You can kind of see his elbows. He's got no bend in his elbows or his knees, but he is the biggest light you'll ever see. He inspires everybody. He inspires me every day because sometimes we get into that place where we're a little bit lazy. I actually give talks on happiness sometimes, and I start out by saying, "Hey, raise your hand and then touch your nose." And people do that, and it's like, "Okay, Terry, that's kind of goofy." And then I say, "What would your life be like if you couldn't do that?" Well, Bash can't do that. He's adapted. He's amazing. He's got a little brother now, Ace Henry. Ace is 3 months old. Bash is now 7 months old. 7 years old. And right beside Christina is my son, Matt. Now, I got involved with this profession, 22 years ago, because at that time, Matthew was 8 years old. He climbed into my lap one day and he said, "Dad, do you still love me?" I'm like, break my heart, son. Why would you ever say that? I'm like crying and everything. He said, "Dad, I just never see you." So I was in the software industry, had a great income, 6-figure income, but I was one of those people who was winning the rat race but living like a rat. I didn't get involved in network marketing or a home-based business profession because I had a health challenge or I needed money. I needed time. I want to be a dad again. And just to the left of Matthew is his wife, Dana, and to the left of Dana is Nick Hagelin, Christina's wife, Bash's dad. Nick is a singer-songwriter. He was on The Voice. He's an amazing guy. You want to see an amazing performer, check Nick out. So from a business standpoint, I've worked my butt off, and I got to tell you, it's never come easy for me, but I got to tell you, since I've been involved in this profession, I've been recognized as a super affiliate, online and offline. I'm really well known for my training because I'm just really straight to the point, and I make it simple for people to understand. I hope that you'll get some of that value here. I've been awarded Outstanding Business Builder of the Year several times, been awarded Top Recruited. I've built teams of 40,000 people plus in 25 different countries. I've personally earned $1 million, and more importantly than that is I've actually helped people on my team do the exact same thing. I've been awarded a top 50 blog, and I had a radio show on the Home Business Radio Network. And all of that plus about $5 will get me a nice coffee at Starbucks today. I just share that with you because I've probably made more mistakes than anybody out there. But I am very, very persistent and consistent, so I will tell you that. Then I do have a big why in terms of what I want to do and why I do what I do. So it's really important for you to kind of get clear on who you are and where you want to go and why you're doing it. And you've probably been told that by the person who brought you in. Understand your why. It really is important because there's going to be times when you're not really going to feel like doing the business, but you got to do the business. You treat this business like a business and you can make a business income. You treat it like a hobby and you can make a hobby income. And the truth is a lot of people fail. So why do they fail? Well, I think about 90% or more people fail simply because they don't know how to market. They put forth a hobby effort and they don't treat it like a real business. Eventually they run out of leads or people to talk to, and then they run out of money and frustration, and they just quit because those things don't work. I can tell you those things do work if you work it. I love when people say to me, Terry, you're in one of those MLM things or one of those pyramid things. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely I am. Love it. Because since our kids were 8 and 10 years old, they've had 2 full-time stay-at-home parents. And they're amazing people today. Christina's 35, Matthew's 33. We got to spend so much time with them that they're just amazing adults. They're very well grounded. We focus a lot on personal growth and personal development. Most people don't do that. Most people have an opportunity, seeker mindset. It's the get rich quick, the lottery syndrome. What do? They pitch and chase their friends and family. They annoy them. I know, I've done that too a couple of times, and gosh, 22 years, I've been in 6 different companies. I'll share a little bit more about that in just a minute. One of them I've actually been involved with for 20 years, but there were some things that I didn't agree with, so I stepped away from that business. But people who are opportunity seekers are about having verbal diarrhea all over people, just pitching their product, their juice, their potions, their pills, their services, and they don't really develop any skills. Communication skills, questioning skills, marketing skills, all of those things are really, really important. And I think a lot of people, when they first get involved in the profession of network marketing or home-based business or MLM or whatever you want to call it, they are just super dedicated just to drinking the juice of the company. And I know I've done that. So don't think if that's where you are, I'm being critical. I'm not. I'm saying, hey, I've been there too. But I'm telling you, there's a better way. It's the entrepreneurial way. And entrepreneurials have a totally different mindset. And as a result, they succeed more. They develop their skills for understanding what's going on in the mind of the prospect. And then they provide irresistible solutions that, help them solve a problem they are facing now. It could be time. It could be money. It could be health. It could be whatever problem that they're having. That's what an entrepreneur is going to do. And they invest in their education and their marketing skills. Again, your compensation in this profession is only going to be what you bring to it. So if you don't like your check, you need to look at what contribution you're bringing to the marketplace. And I believe every smart entrepreneur has multiple streams of income. Right now, I have probably 4 from different network marketing companies, and then I've got some affiliate programs that I'm involved with as well that give tons of value to their customers, which I'm all about giving value. I hate to be sold, but I love to buy, and you're going to hear me talking about that. So, how do you dominate the profession that you're in and the company that you're in? Well, you've got to have a marketing strategy. And that marketing strategy has to attract people who want to buy. It kind of is very, very simple. We call this attraction marketing, and it's a really simple process. And if you think about it for a second, it's going to make total sense for you. You have to create a business model, a marketing system, a marketing strategy that attracts customers and clients who are ready to buy what you have to offer. And then it becomes like a no big deal. I mean, it's like, they're like, hey, where do I sign up? Tell me more. Where can I learn about this stuff? I think this is really, really important. So I want you to really, if you're writing notes, and I hope you are, write this down. Nobody likes to be chased or hyped about buying a product or a service, but I'm like this, and I think you are. Everybody loves to buy when it's their idea. And remember this is a big distinction here, especially if you're selling nutritional products or fat loss products or something like that. People don't buy what they need, they buy what they want. So one of the skills you need to develop is you got to get good at asking questions, finding out what's important to that person, what's missing. If you had a magic wand, how could you help change their life? So what we're going to be talking about are 7 steps that are going to help you dominate your industry with attraction marketing. And it begins with branding you. You have to brand you and not your company. Now, every company owner is going to say, No, you have to, always brand the company. You want to attach your name to the company because our company is going big, big places. And if you can just, put your wagon onto this horse, you'll go to the top. Well, here's what you need to understand. And again, this is 2 decades plus of being in this profession. People join people. They don't join companies. If they were just looking for a company's products, they're going to go to Amazon. They're looking for a trusted partner, a leader, somebody who can guide them to create a better quality of life or to get a certain result. And the other thing that's really, really important is that when you brand yourself, you actually become recession proof. And what I mean by that is that you're always going to be there. Companies are going to come and they're going to go. So if you want to create financial security for yourself in a way that's significant, you have to become an entrepreneur or work really hard on becoming an entrepreneur if you're not one today. And it takes work. Here's 3 reasons that I think are really, really important that you want to brand you. Understand that people buy products from people that they know, like, and trust. People like yourself who have influence. Now, you may think you don't have influence. And I remember one time when somebody says, Terry, do you have a circle of influence? And I'm like, yeah, it's like a dot. So we all have influence. We sometimes don't step into that personal power. And that's what I really want you to do. But people buy from us because they do know us and they like us and they trust us. They're seeing us as a authority figure of some type. Maybe not in all worlds or all levels or all products, but people trust you because of who you are. So your goal should be to really get good at something that your target audience wants. And then provide value to them and serve them and educate them on whatever it is that they're looking for. You see, it's not really about you. It really is about the person that you're talking to or your ideal prospect or your ideal client. The traditional approach in most network marketing companies is they're taught to make the list of 100 or 200 names. I think we've all done that. I've done that a couple of times. And then to do a home party or, to just work the list. And I'm all about building relationships. Don't misread what I'm saying at all. But they say, after you go through your 100, then call every person in your cell phone. Well, the reality of it is that I don't think I'd want every person in my cell phone in my business. Some of the people, I don't even know. I don't even know who they are on my cell phone. At some point, most people run into a roadblock and they run out of people to talk to. And then what they're taught to do is, buy a lead list or a business opportunity list, which are garbage, I got to tell you. I've done it many times. In fact, when I first got started, I built my business cold market all on the phone pretty much. And that's why I'm so good at connecting with people on the phone relatively quickly. But when I got started 20 years ago, it was a lot different than it is today. There's so much spam and hype out there today, it's ridiculous. And then what they're going to tell you is, go to the mall and just talk to people. Hey, I've done that. The reality of it is that most people, 90% or more, aren't going to stick with that approach. It doesn't work for them. Now, I had a burning desire for myself. I wanted to be that dad again. And some rare people, that 10%, will do it. But most people won't do it. So you might be saying and thinking to yourself, well, kind of makes sense. But I'm new. How do I brand myself and how do I attract people when I haven't even started making money yet? Well, I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna dive a lot deeper into that, and I'm gonna answer all of that for you. The next thing you really need to do, though, goes back to having clarity of who do you want to be, is define who you're looking for. Get really clear on who you're going to be marketing to. Who is your ideal client? Who is your ideal avatar? Write down everything about that person. Understand who do you want to be? And think about your target audience. So if somebody sees you coming down the street, they're going to describe you as fill in the blank. And, they're going to describe you as that's a person who helps whatever. Who do you serve is another way to think about it. Who do you really want to work with? Who do you want to have fun with? This is a great book. I've done a mastermind with some of my leaders with this book. It's called High Performance Habits by Brendan Burchard. You can get it on Amazon. He's got a bunch of videos on YouTube. Just check out High Performance Habits. But he surveyed like 1 million people out there, and from that went to like a couple 100,000 people, and he looked at the top 15% performers in all industries all over the world, and he came down with 6 habits. 6 habits that high performers do every day, day in and day out. And the first one is clarity. So this goes back to, you have to know who you are, and you have to know who your audience is. Sometimes people say, they're asked the question, who's your prospect? And they'll say anybody with skin, or anybody with a brain, or anybody with electricity. And it's really not. If you try to be everything to everyone, you're not going to succeed at all. You need to have a very targeted market. Zig Ziglar says you can be a wandering generality or meaningful specific. You have to know the pain of the person that you're talking to. You have to know who they are, what they stand for, who you are, what you stand for. And again, the best way to do this, man, is just go and think about your passions. Think about your vision. Think about the things that you want to do, and think about what you want your legacy to be and the types of people that you can impact and affect. Now, for me, I'm 60 years old. I've never been sick, don't get sick, don't want to be sick. Most of the companies and products I've been involved with have been in the health and wellness space. Why? I love looking and staying young. I love that. Maybe you're in a travel company, which is awesome. Travel doesn't do that much for me, but I know people who are in it and crush it. Service industries, doesn't really matter. Again, it goes back to what's important to you. But in this example anyways, if you're in a health and wellness company and that's kind of what you're about, then you're going to target people who like organic foods and clean eating and gut health and detoxing and, recipes and all that kind of stuff. No right or wrong answer here. You have to decide what's important to you and what you like. Maybe you're like I am, and you're passionate about teaching, coaching, and training people how to get traffic, leads, and sales, and you want to improve that skill set. So I love the anti-aging stuff, but for me, why I got involved with this profession 20 plus years ago, it was quality of life. It wasn't I needed money. It wasn't I needed better health. It's quality of life. So what I love doing is I love teaching people like you how to raise the bar, how to go to that next level, whether you're a beginner, a mid-person, or an advanced person. I love showing people how to do that. And I think everybody wants to learn how to generate more leads and more traffic and more sales and more reps. Why? Because that creates a better quality of life. Kind of makes sense. So you might be saying, okay, yeah, kind of understand where you're coming from, Terry, but where's your audience? And I got to tell you, it's everywhere. And while I say it's everywhere, you have to pare it down so you can speak to the specific person. So, Facebook's got over 2 billion people now. These stats are updated as of May 2018. 300 million on Twitter. Over 500 million people on LinkedIn. And the thing about LinkedIn, give you a little insider tip here, is that the average person on LinkedIn makes 6 figures. So if you're really going after business people, you want to learn to network on LinkedIn. Snapchat, Messenger, over 1 billion people, Pinterest, you name it. They're all over there. So step 3 is, now that you've kind of understand who that person is that you want to talk to, you really need to figure out that what's going on with them. What are their biggest challenges? And I can guarantee you right now, that there are millions of people, tons of people in your target market that are complaining because they have a problem and you have a product that can help them. So understand that they're out there and all you got to do is find them. And that's the choice. And that's really where the marketing comes in. So they're looking for solutions. You have to position yourself in front of them so that you can help them solve their problem. And what you want to be known for is a problem solver. So once you define that audience, you understand what their problems are, their pains, their desires, their dreams, what some of the questions, one of the things that they're struggling with. Then you can provide solutions. Solutions in terms of content. And I'll talk a little bit more about what content is. So here's a basic thumbnail formula for you to follow. Get clarity on who your target audience is, uncover their biggest challenges and problems, and then create content or solutions that help them solve it. You know, in the non-online marketing world, YouTube is wonderful for solving pretty much any problem you want, whether you want to learn how to use Photoshop or you want to learn how to change a gasket on a pool pump like I did one day. There's so much content on YouTube, it's ridiculous. But if you stop and think about it now, what are people do? They're providing solutions. You have a problem. I have a problem where I need to change a gasket on a pool pump. I can go to YouTube and type it in, and bam, I got a video that shows me how to do that. You want to do the same thing for your niche. Again, whatever niche is that you're in. The content really needs to address what's important to that person. You want to create content that speaks to them when they're in a state of crisis almost. Again, going back to what we talked about, why most people fail, leads. If somebody is struggling with how to generate leads on Facebook, or they don't know how, or they don't have anybody else to talk to, you want to be that person that says, hey, look, let me show you how you can get 10 leads a day. Here's a free training for you. And this could be videos. It could be Facebook posts, Facebook Lives, Instagram pics, PDFs. How-tos are really, really cool. It can be any approach really that you want, that you like. Think about when you're stuck and when you're in that place and you don't know where to go. What works best for you? How did you solve your last problem when it came to lead generation or recruiting or closing or, you know, prospecting with people? That's what you want to do. You want to create solutions that address a specific problem. And I'll give you an insider tip here. A lot of times when I do my coaching, when I did my radio show, gosh, I probably did 200 to 300 radio shows. What I would do is I would get content based on the people that I was coaching that previous week. Everybody's, you know, goes through pretty much the same struggles. It's not really new once you're in this profession for any length of time. So again, be real, give real solutions, and don't hype it. Think about what's going on in the mind of your prospect. And then this is a skill set, is you want to provide a solution that educates and entertains. You know, think about, you know, what you watch on YouTube or on TV. You want to be entertained. You want a solution to a problem. Think about what the prospect wants. Now, what is an entrepreneur? Are you an entrepreneur? I don't know. Here's my definition of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are professional problem solvers. You probably picked up on that by now. Again, that's what you need to be doing. You are a professional problem solver. If you want to get rich as an entrepreneur, then you have to really get good at solving problems. They're all over the place. You just have to position yourself as easy access to give people 3 simple steps on how they can drop 5 pounds in the next week, or how they can cut $36 off their utility bill next month, or how they could travel to Europe for pennies on a dollar. Whatever your niche is, provide them solution. Create curiosity too, and that's a really important thing that I'm going to talk about here in just a second. But what most companies teach you is to just spam their links, their products everywhere on Facebook, all over social media, and it's like verbal diarrhea all over people. And you know, when you do that, you provide no value. You're just one of those people pitching their stuff, and then we scratch our head and say, okay, why isn't, you know, anybody buying our stuff? And I got to tell you, almost every company that I've been involved with, because they're in it to get as many people to pitch their stuff as possible. But it's a pitch fest on, you know, Facebook, on Instagram, even LinkedIn now. And nobody really wants to be pitched like that. And if somebody just wanted to buy a product, they can go to Amazon. So create an approach that creates curiosity. And if you don't really understand curiosity posts, send me an email, terry@terrypetrovick.com. Put it in the subject line, Curiosity Guide, and I'll send you a PDF that explains how to do curiosity posts. Here's an example of one. So I just started doing a detox probably 5 days ago. And instead of posting my company's product and showing them the image and what I was taking, I created a curiosity post. And I said, just started a detox program today. The goals are more energy, clearer thinking, better focus, overall better health. I'm pretty excited about it. Yep, that is the first black drink I've ever had. Black charcoal drink, actually. It's step 2 in this system that I'm doing. But the cool thing about it is when you take a drink like this with a liver cleanse that I'm doing, you're going to get rid of pesticides, herbicides, endotoxins, endocrine disruptors, inflammatory molecules, heavy metals, and even mercury. Yeah, I'm getting it let out. And if you're interested in learning more, just type yes below. I didn't put my link to buy. I didn't put any of that kind of stuff. All I just say, put yes below. And I had 25 people like it and 12 comments below. People saying, yeah, tell me about it, tell me about it. Then what I would do, see, I want to control the process. Then what I did is I messaged them and said, hey, just sent you the information on the detox system. Let me know if you have any questions. So that's the way curiosity posting works. You do the same thing with a fat loss product or a nutritional or skincare product. Again, don't just throw it all out there, but create some curiosity. Is that kind of making sense to you? So if your target market now is home business owners or people in MLM or network marketing, we know that the 2 biggest problems they have are leads and money, right? So what would you want to do? You could create a post like this. Get a free training where you can learn 3 simple steps to generate 31 plus fresh leads a day with a phone number, and click here to get access to it. Who else wants to get 9 leads a day without spending a dime? So these are great images, or you could create little text images that really create curiosity. Say, well, how do I get 9 leads a day? I'd love to get 9 leads a day. I've never gotten 9 leads a day. And if that's you, you want to check this out for sure. So again, it's about knowing the problems and the pain that people that are in your ideal space have and serve them. So, health and wellness is a category, personal growth is a category, traveling is a great category, building online businesses are great categories. And then here's a mistake that a lot of people make, is that when they build their audience on social media platforms, they try to do all of this stuff at once, and it never works, because what happens when you try to learn all this stuff, how do you market on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn and create a blog also all at the same time, you get confused. And what happens is you stop, and what happens next is you quit. So if you're going to learn this online marketing stuff, which I hope you do, pick 2, no more than 2. Facebook is a great one, and blogging I think is a great one to start with. But pick 2 that you resonate with. And I don't care what approach you take, it all comes down to building relationships. Remember, people join people, not companies. And that, if somebody's going to give you money for a product or a service, they have a belief that you're going to help create a better quality of life for them or help them get a desired result. Here's 3 activities I think that are really important for you to focus on every day. Is build your audience. In other words, grow your following. Engage with that group of people, and then eventually you'll be able to sell that audience once you've developed that know, like, and trust factor. If you spend time every day engaging, commenting with people, you're really going to be moving the needle forward as helping people and actually providing solutions. So engage is commenting, but it's also pointing to a different tool or resource that addresses their biggest problems. You may not be the answer man or the answer girl, but you can point them to where they can find the answer. And that's, I think, where everybody starts out. And you can be an authority by just being the connector. And then once you start doing that, people are gonna say, how do I buy the product, or tell me more. You can create all kinds of playlists on YouTube on different topics that aren't you speaking, but are other people speaking. And again, you're the authority because you're the connector with the problem and the solution. So connect with prospects, uncover their pain, provide the painkiller. You're going to hear this over and over and over again because it is so important. So step 6 is uncover their pain and provide the painkiller. So think about what's going on in their world and then say to yourself, how can I help them? Think about what's the best way to uncover somebody's pain. I'm going to tell you the best way to uncover somebody's pain is to have a real conversation. So if you're interacting with somebody on Facebook or social media, say, hey, look, I love to chat with you. My fingers are getting kind of tired of typing here. Some people will do that, some people won't. But I can tell you, you can't get any inflection in the voice when you're doing texting. It just doesn't work like that. So really try to get on the phone and then trying to figure out what's going on. What's the biggest problem? When somebody is interested in joining my business, one of the first questions I ask them once they have qualified themselves is, how do you see this fitting into your life right now? How do you see this fitting into your life right now? Because I want to know what's going on in their world and then how important it is to solve that problem. So I'm always sifting and sorting people, sorting customers, sifting customers, same thing with reps. I'm looking for people who are looking for what I have, and not everybody's going to move forward. So understand that, hopefully this is not you, most people actually never get to that phone state where they're actually talking to a prospect. They're afraid of somebody saying no. Your job is not to convince anybody. Your job is not to hype anybody. Your job is to help people connect the dots so they see what you see, and it's a solution for them to create a better quality of life. So when you connect with people, be real, okay? And don't be a weirdo. What do I mean, don't be a weirdo? Well, you'll be talking normally, and then you get on the phone and you get all nervous because you're looking for that exact script. Well, here's what you need to know. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. And you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So if somebody's interested in what you have, they're going to say, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. Where can I learn more? Or, hey, I want to buy now. So number 7, and I love this one, is learn how to make money from the 90% of the people who do say no. Because there are going to be people who are happy with their company and their products, and they're not interested in what you have. But I can tell you, after 2 decades plus in the industry, all the top earners that I know have multiple streams of income, and they serve their audience. It's just smart. You are an independent entrepreneur. You're not an employee. So, your company is typically going to say, oh, you can only represent one product or one company. If that's the road that you're going down, I can tell you, company leaders, management team, sometimes they make some goofy choices. Money and ego get in the way, and you just can't count on anything. I wish I could say it was true, but you really can't. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's a disaster. You don't diversify, you have massive risk, and it's just not smart. No financial planner would tell you to put all your $100,000 in your 401k or whatever you have in one stock. It's just silly. You want multiple streams of income. Back in, September 11th happened because I was in 25 different countries. It really wasn't a real big hiccup in my business because we were all over the world. So if you're in a business that's just geography based, or you have a brick and mortar business and a natural disaster comes through, you're like dead in the water. That's not smart. That's not good. That's pressure, baby. Don't go there. So when somebody asks you, hey, I like what you're saying, but I'm happy with my company right now. I just love the owners. I love it. The smart thing for you to do is ask this question. Hey, are you interested at all in getting more leads, making more sales, or getting more recruits? And then offer them a solution to do that. Here's exact language that I use if you're looking for a script. And I don't really like scripts, but ask them, how you doing with generating leads online for your business? How you doing generating leads online? Would you like to generate more? Would you like to learn to generate leads on Facebook or LinkedIn? Or find out if they'd be interested in learning how they can generate an extra 12 plus leads a day with quality prospects for their business. Again, no magic script here, but you're kind of throwing a hook out there and seeing if somebody's interested and seeing if they're open. If they are, great. If not, no big deal. Here's a great offer that I have for people. And you can have this instantly if you want, and I'll get to that in just a second. I call them done for you campaigns. So they're value-based trainings, but this training is a six-figure person, really well-known person in the industry who actually is earning an extra $6,400 a month residual, generated 1,400 plus leads and 6 reps without spending a dime. If they want the download, they can get the download right there. Here's another great one. Number one income earner of a network marketing company shows you 50 ways to build and generate leads. This is an amazing way to generate leads, 50 leads a day. This training actually that I can get you access to if you're interested is from Ray Hignett. Ray's a beast in the industry. He actually came from forecloser to now is a mega superstar. I mean, he's like the best of the best, and he's serious about it. I tell you, I got a lot of his courses. I've studied a lot, and even though I've been in the industry a long time, I always work on enhancing my skills, and hopefully you will too. Here's another one. No, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Here's an Instagram training. A lot of people love Instagram. The ultimate guide for Instagram lead generation. Things that you need to be doing. 2 simple steps. Great solution for people. Here's another one. A free course on 3 simple Facebook ad strategy to generate 7,195 targeted likes in 30 days on Facebook. I mean, that's amazing if somebody's marketing on Facebook. Free training. Again, value-based. Think about what we talked about early on. What do most people suffer with? Not enough leads, not enough money. Well, we're giving them free courses here, providing value that they can go through and take for free. Just makes sense. So, attraction marketing, is it too good to be true, or does this stuff really work? Well, let me share some stories from some of my friends. This is Erin. 4 months into the business, she made like $300, and then she found attraction marketing, and then her business absolutely took off, and now is living the life that she wants and builds it anywhere she wants. It's my buddy Todd. Todd and his wife Leah, amazing people. Before attraction marketing, spent thousands of dollars purchasing leads, cold calling on realtors, had $10,000 to $20,000 in debt. But after they learned attraction marketing and started using some of these principles, Todd was actually able to retire from his 6-figure job. And now these guys are both able to stay home with their 2 young children, which is pretty cool. And Steven here, again, before attraction marketing, he was never able to generate leads or really make any money. Bugging his family and friends, kind of like, you and I have probably done in the past. But attraction marketing has now given him to build a following of people that come to him on a daily basis. And now he's becoming the hunted instead of the hunter. I love that. So what's next for you, my friend? Are you somebody who wants to become a true entrepreneur? Do these 7 steps make sense to you? If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. But if it does make sense, and I think it probably does, I want you to fully embrace it. And I want you to be one of those people that actually has an opportunity to make money off of 90% of the people who say they don't want to join your business or buy your product. If you can ask, how you doing with generating leads for your business, you can be successful at attraction marketing. Imagine being able to get done for you marketing campaigns that are like what I've already showed you. There's over 20 of them in the system I'm going to share with you here in a second. The system is called My Lead System Pro. And I got to tell you, if you're serious about developing your skills and you want to enhance those skills in your sales funnels to generate leads with proven systems and tools, and you want to be part of a community that really is all about becoming a better version of yourself, but also enhancing your marketing skills every day, then this system is going to be for you. So I've got a very special link here for you. You can go to terrypetrovick.com/AM for Attraction Marketing. And then I'd love to answer any questions that you might have. If you are not interested in that and you just want some help with your branding, hey, I'm happy to give you a 15-minute free consult. Just email me and put free consult in the subject line. I'll be happy to help you with that. So let's connect online. Here's my blog, terrypetrovick.com, on Facebook. Personal site is facebook.com/Terry Petrovick. Business site is facebook.com/Terry Petrovick page. On Twitter /Terry Petrovick, and on YouTube /Terry Petrovick. So hopefully this has been of value to you, my friend. This is some of the best content I have over 20 years being in this profession. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that if you really embrace this and you work on enhancing your skills every single day, you'll never again have to worry about leads, product sales, or reps and growing your business. Think about why you got started, whenever that was, and what your desired ultimate outcome was going to be. This approach and I can help you. My name is Terry Petrovick. Remember this, my friend, you have a choice. Make it a better than terrific day. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye for now.